Hey there, Frisco. In this video, we are going to talk about how the real estate market performed in April, but we are also going to hit on that big thing that everyone is talking about right now, and that is a possible recession. Now, what could a recession mean for our local Frisco real estate market? Well, keep watching to find out. Hi, I'm Jennifer Shannon. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams serving the Frisco area, and I love to be your resource for all things real estate. And part of that is updating you each month on what is happening in our local real estate market. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and rip that Band-Aid right off, and we are going to talk about this recession that we keep hearing about in the news, shall we? First, it is important to understand what a recession really is. It's defined as a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced, generally identified by a fall in GDP in 2 successive quarters. Now, we did have a decline in GDP for the first quarter. If there's another fall in GDP in the second quarter, then ta-da, we will officially be in a recession. But here is why this will not likely be the kind of recession that you might be afraid of. Unlike normal recessions, our job openings are really high, which means we will still likely see job creation. And this is an indicator of a healthy market. Also, we're still seeing home prices continue to rise in Frisco despite the slowdown in GDP. So this is just another indicator of the incredible demand we have here. And here is why I don't think the real estate market is going to crash. Now, keep in mind, over the last 3 years, it has been insane. The average sales price for a single family home in Frisco of 2019 was $473,214. In just 3 years, that's gone up to $883,596, an 87% jump. From April 2021 to 2022, the growth was 30.4%. And you might stop me and say, Jennifer, this is exactly why it's going to crash. We went up way too much, way too fast. But hold on, a crash makes people think prices will go backwards and drop below where they are. But take a look at this statement from Freddie Mac. Now, if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, it is this. And this statement from Freddie Mac says, Freddie Mac analysis shows that a 1% increase in mortgage rates results in home price appreciation that is 4 percentage points lower. For instance, a 1% increase in mortgage rates would change home price growth from 11% to 7%. Or, to translate that into our Frisco market, a 1% increase in mortgage rates would change our growth from 30.4% to 26.4%, which is still incredible growth. And in the event interest rates go up 2%, that would even take us from 30.4% down to 22.4%. Again, still great growth. So this, folks, is really why I think we can handle this recession. Simple as that. So it's not going to be that prices are going to drop from where they are. They're just not going to keep growing like we've seen. And we probably won't start to see a plateau until sometime next year. Now, with all this being said, there actually are some people who could be hurting in the real estate market right now because of one thing that just happened, and that is the county's notice of appraised value. Yep, it is property tax time in Texas, and some folks have just seen some severe sticker shock. With what they got in the mail from the county. This is hurting investors who can't take advantage of our homestead exemption that caps assessments from increasing more than 10% from the previous year. It's also hurting those who purchased last year and couldn't carry over the previous owner's exemption, and they had to wait to file it on their own. Because you see, when they purchased, they were escrowing or accounting for a tax amount that was most likely a lot lower than what the county just hit them with this year. For example, my appraised value on my home went up 52% in just 1 year. Now, fortunately for me, I do have my homestead exemption, so the county can only assess me at an amount that's 10% over my last year's assessment. But if you're an investor or a buyer who just purchased and you were just at that line of affordability on the home you bought, well, this is the group that I think is actually going to help supply our next wave of inventory to hit the market. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of our stats for Frisco. At the recording of this video, interest rates are at 5.3% with 0.9% in fees and points. And from the data from the Mortgage Bankers Association ending on May 6th, mortgage applications decreased 8% from the same time 1 year ago, but actually went up 2% from last week. Now, Remember, last year our demand was incredibly strong, so it's okay that we're down a little bit in demand when we compare this number to last year. So for this data, I am looking at single-family home sales in the city of Frisco. These numbers are based on sales data from April. The average sales price was $883,596, a 30.4% jump from a year ago. And when we look at our number of new listings at first glance, it's exciting news. We had 371 new listings hit the market. And when you compare it to April 2019, when we had 482 new listings, we're only down 23% from pre-COVID levels. So we are getting closer. But then you look at our actual number of homes for sale. There is a huge gap. This is proof of the demand right now because most of the new listings were snatched up as soon as they hit the market. And in April 2022, we had 220 homes for sale. In April 2019, before the COVID craziness, we had 1,076 homes for sale. So we are down 80% from pre-COVID levels. The demand is also echoed in our months of supply. Regardless of this increase in interest rates and the increasing number of new listings, we still only have 0.8 months of inventory. This means it would take less than 1 month for all of the houses on the MLS to go under contract based on the current demand. The time it takes for a home to go under contract is an average of 12 days, and we have hit a record low for time on market. Our average sales price per square foot is at $265 a square foot, and that is a 37.3% increase from last year. On average, homes are still selling substantially over the asking price, as in 10.1% over asking. So if you consider our average sales price for April was $883,596, that means the average sales price is roughly $89,000 over the asking price. As far as showing activity, we were averaging 21.9 showings a listing, and that number went down from 26 showings last month. And it's likely because we now have more homes to see, so the demand got spread out a little bit. So what's our takeaway? Well, it is still the same old song and dance. It's a great time to be a seller. Still, it's tough for a buyer. But if the new listing inventory keeps going up like it has, especially with as quickly as it's gone up, then we will see a lot of relief for buyers in this multiple offer madness. So if you are thinking of buying or selling in this market, let's talk. If you're a seller, you can attend one of my upcoming home selling webinars. In this webinar, we are going to talk about what it takes to sell your home in this market. We'll give you a clear picture about the expectations on sellers right now and give you insight as to how to get even more out of the sale of your home. Because believe it or not, there's actually more to it than just picking your price and putting it on the MLS. We're also going to answer the one big question that all sellers are asking right now, which is, should I list now or should I wait? So just visit homesellingwebinar.com, sign up for an upcoming virtual home selling webinar. It's free, it's online, it's super simple. And for buyers, I've got you too. You can contact me directly about buying your next home in the Frisco area or attend one of my upcoming free home buyer webinars. And this webinar has been a huge help to buyers. So we're going to talk about what to expect in this market as a buyer and how to make strong offers. And believe this or not, it's just not about the amount of cash you're bringing to the table. We will talk about the process from a lending side, and I'll go into more details on market trends and let you know which submarkets have the least demand so you know where you might have more opportunities as a buyer. I'll also answer the one big question buyers have right now, and that's, should I wait to see if prices go down before I buy? So visit homepurchasewebinar.com to get registered for this also free online webinar. And as always, you can reach out to me directly by phone or text at 214-803-4444 or email me at jshannon@kw.com. Well, that is all I have for this video this month. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to updating you next month on the Frisco real estate market. Bye now.